What's going on, people? This is Shok, and Lord knows I should not do this video. I shouldn't do it because, you know, opinions aren't accepted here on the internet. And it doesn't matter how intelligent or backed up an opinion is, it doesn't matter. If people don't agree, they will get mad, right? They will rage. They will insult you over video games, right? But y'all know me, I don't care. You know, I don't give a single fuck. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to give my opinion and I'm going to give my facts. That's always just been how I am, right? But as we all know, GTA 5 just came out, right? And I did purchase the wonderful 101 and Final Fantasy 14 and Rome Reborn pretty much in the same week. So I've been literally skipping around to all three of those games, and I've been going back and playing The Last of Us, the multiplayer. I still play the multiplayer to this. Still play it strong, right? So I've been playing like 4 games. So I haven't gotten, you know, as deep into this as I'm sure most of you guys have. Most of you guys are. I'm sure a lot of you have already beat the, you know, the damn thing. But I have played, what, maybe 4 or 5 hours of it, 3, 4, 5 hours. And since I haven't, you know, gotten that deep or far into it, I'm not giving it a review or anything like that. But this is just my impressions. It's not the best. And I know y'all gonna get mad for saying my opinion, but it's not the best game this generation. Not even close. It's not. I'm sorry. Now, yes, I do think it's slightly overrated, but calm down, people. Calm down, because here's the thing. When somebody calls the game overrated, you guys think that somebody's saying it's trash, garbage, or oh, it doesn't deserve a single ounce of the praise it's been getting. No. I understand a lot of the praise this game is getting, because the scale is impressive as hell. The story, awesome. Characters, awesome. Right? The content, vast. I understand it. I'm not overrated. Doesn't mean that, oh, instead of a 10 out of 10, this mess is a 7 out of 10. It's over. That's not what that means, people. You could say that game isn't 9.8. It's overrated. It's more like a 9.4. You see what I'm saying? The term overrated has many, many increments. You see what I'm saying? So chill out when I say that word. I'm not saying it's not AAA. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a single A game. I'm not saying it doesn't deserve any of its praise. That's not what I'm saying. It's just not the best game this gen like everybody's making it out to be. Now, let me explain. And this happened with The Last of Us, and this happened with Bioshock Infinite, right? Every single time these people call these 3 games the best game this gen, I would ask them, why? And you know what they would say? They would bring up presentation. These people would not bring up gameplay, which is the most important, it always will be the most important thing of a game. You see what I'm saying? Always. Now, when people were saying The Last of Us, and I love this game to death. Like I just said, I'm still playing the multiplayer heavy. When all these new games coming out, I still go back to The Last of Us. You see what I'm saying? I love the game to death. But when I would ask people, why is The Last of Us the game of the generation? Why is it the best game ever? People would say the story, the graphics, the dialogue, you know, slash characters, you know. But they wouldn't say anything about the gameplay, and the same thing is happening with GTA 5. I ask people, why is GTA 5 the greatest game this gen? They say the scale, and they say the story slash characters. They don't touch the gameplay at all. Now, that's not to say that any of you out there who think it's the best game this gen, that's not to say that you guys, like none of you out there think the gameplay is amazing. I'm not saying that. Just the people I've talked to and a lot of people I've seen on these gaming sites, you know, YouTube, whatever it may be, right? Every single time they talk about why this game is amazing, I've noticed that often these people will fail to talk about the gameplay. Every single time. Now let me ask you guys this. How is a game going to be the best game ever if the gameplay If when you're actually describing why the game is awesome, you actually manage to not mention the gameplay. You see what I'm saying? Because if the gameplay in the game is so awesome, you're going to make sure you mention it. You see what I'm saying? You are not going to skip over it. If gameplay is just amazing, it just knocks you out your socks, you will bring up and mention the gameplay. You see what I'm saying? But every single time I see people talk about why this is the best game ever, the map is so big, the characters are so funny, and all that is great. But if you don't have the core important thing of a game, that being gameplay, then something cannot be deemed as the best game ever. I'm sorry. And again, this is just my opinion. I've been playing this game. I've been enjoying it. This game is fun. It's GTA, of course it's fun, right? But to be bluntly honest, how can I put this? It's not grabbing me. For instance, I don't have a problem turning this game off. You guys know when a new game comes out and like you're just hooked and like you don't want to play anything else. A friend asks you, hey, let's get on this. You're like, oh no, man, I'm playing this right here, man. This just came out. This shit is awesome. I'm not feeling that with this game. I have no problem turning this game off. If one of my friends is like, hey, Shok, let's play some Street Fighter. I'm playing GTA. Okay, turn GTA off. See what I'm saying? Again, I'm having fun. Great fun, right? But it's not hooking me. Why? Because the core gameplay. Because I'm pressing L2 to lock on and R2 to shoot, and that's not amazing. It doesn't feel amazing to me. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, like every single time people talk about why these games are so amazing, they always fail to mention the gameplay. They always leave the gameplay out. And that's what I mean by I think gamers are losing focus on what's most important in games these days. Right? It is so easy for developers to entice people, to hook people, because nowadays all developers have to do is have a great presentation, and then that game will sell, and that game will be critically acclaimed off the presentation alone. That's what gaming has come to these days. You see what I'm saying? Nobody no longer puts gameplay as the most important thing. They don't even talk about the gameplay when they're talking about how awesome it is anymore. You see what I'm saying? Go to all these videos people have done here on YouTube, right? Their GTA impressions, or how they talk about GTA is the best game this gen. Out of all these videos I've seen, only like 1 or 2 people actually talked about the gameplay. All the other 50 videos I've seen, they've talked about the scale and the content. People get so wrapped up in all the developer has to do, right, is make a game with pretty presentation, you know, have some humor in it if it's that kind of game. If not that, you know, have some, you know, graveness and seriousness to it, you know, like a movie, you know, like The Last of Us. You know, have some very impressive presentation, whistles and bells, you know, visually, things of that nature. And people just, you know, best game ever off purely the presentation alone. Presentation alone. You see what I'm saying? Guys, when are we going to start stressing the importance of gameplay? When? Because whenever I review a game or talk about the game, I'll make sure I cover all bases, but I will always spend the most time talking about the gameplay and how the game feels. You know, aka, you know, the controls, because the controls kind of tie in with the gameplay. If, you know, you're not going to really have enjoyable gameplay if the controls are ass, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes gameplay and controls go hand in hand. You see what I mean? But guys, and I'm not saying if you find this game amazing, I'm not saying you have low standards and you're easily impressed. All I'm saying is, guys, is that if you're going to mention, if you're going to talk about why a game is so amazing, or going to talk about why it's the best game ever, actually think about it from a gameplay standpoint first. And then if you agree with yourself in your mind that, yeah, this is the best gameplay this gen, then you could go on to the other reasons why this game is the best game this generation. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this video. I know it's going to be dislikes galore, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. People get so caught up in, you know, visuals and, you know, mature themes, you know, in games like, oh, it's so mature, or oh, it's so realistic, or you can do this and that. And there's nothing wrong with having a lot you can do in the game. Content is awesome. I find content to be one of the most important things in a game. But when you mention the content, but you fail to mention the gameplay, for a reason, there's a reason why you guys are failing to mention the gameplay, because the way I see it, the gameplay is not amazing. Fun! Again, overrated doesn't mean mediocre. It doesn't mean average. Overrated can mean anything. You could say a game is overrated by 0.1. That's not a 9.5, that's a 9.4. It's overrated. You could say that. So calm down when I say that word. But I'm just saying, when you guys fail to mention the gameplay, that says a lot about the game. That's for this video. Thanks for watching, y'all. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll see you fools later. Peace.